We spent a full day on Ngamba Island, face to face with our wild relatives. Every great adventure begins the same way, not with a map, but with a whisper. And ours whispered from the shores of Entebbe, at Pelican Lodge and Marina. The water was calm, the sky, hopeful, and we, a band of curious souls, stepped into a boat. Before the engine roared to life, Winnie, eloquent, knowledgeable, and kind-eyed, gathered us close. She didn't just give us instructions. She gave us a clue. Today, she said without saying it, you will not just see chimpanzees. You will remember what it feels like to belong to the wild.
Excited about that. Yes. Yeah, it's a very good experience because you get to see chimpanzees way closer, without a fence, without any boundary like that is hindering you. So you even get to see, because when you're seeing them from the other side, they're kind of smaller, but when they're very close, they're very big. Yeah.
And so we sailed across the gentle chest of Lake Victoria toward a small green dot on the horizon. Ngamba Island. With every wave we crossed, the noise of the world faded, and something ancient began to wake inside us.
When we arrived, the island greeted us like an old friend. Green, lush, alive, water lapping at the shores, birds singing secrets only the forest understands. We sat for a simple breakfast, fruits, tea, the smell of earth after rain. But nobody really ate, because our eyes were already feasting on what God painted here. Then came the moment, the one you never forget. We walked softly into their world. And there they were, chimpanzees, not in cages, not performing, just living, swinging, grooming, staring back at us with eyes that held centuries of silence. And in that silence, we understood. We were not watching them, they were watching us back.
And then something beautiful happened. We fed them, with our own hands. Piece by piece, fruit by fruit, not as tourists, as guests, as family. We watched their fingers, their expressions, their gentle impatience. We studied their lives, their names, their quarrels and their loves. By midday, we paused, lunch under the shade, cold water on warm skin, and a silence that wasn't empty, but full of everything we had just seen. That's the magic of Ngamba. It doesn't exhaust you, it refills you.
But the island wasn't done with us yet. We climbed back into the boat and circled its edges, close to the shore, where water meets roots. And then, they came. The chimpanzees, walking to the water's edge, reaching out, asking, not with aggression, with trust. Ngamba Island was opened in 1998, home to over 50 rescued chimpanzees on Lake Victoria, just minutes from Entebbe. The sanctuary spans 95 acres of forest, offering unforgettable close-up encounters with these intelligent primates. And we gave, because when the wild asks you to share, you don't say no. What followed was one of the greatest shows on Earth, not a performance, but a conversation between species. Arousing, breathtaking, sacred. After circling the island, we came back one last time. A small break, deep breaths, and then we sat with them again, notebooks in hand, hearts wide open. Learning their names, their stories, their ways. Because how do you leave someone you just met, without truly knowing them? So we stayed, just a little longer, and in those final moments, the chimps stopped being animals we saw. They became family we would miss.
As evening drifts and the clock touches 5 p.m., the lake waits for no one. And so we prepared to leave, walking slowly to our boat, turning back again and again, because when you leave Ngamba Island, you don't just walk away. You tear yourself away, hearts pounding, eyes wet, hoping, praying, to come back again.
So now I ask you, not as a tour guide, but as a storyteller, what will you do with this story? Will you watch from your screen, or will you put yourself in that boat? Will you let these chimpanzees look into your eyes? Because this is not just a trip. This is a bucket list moment waiting to be lived. Whether you come alone, with family, or with friends, African Adventure Travelers is ready to craft your wildest dream. Come to Ngamba, come to Uganda, let the chimps remind you who you really are. Book your story today, because some adventures, you don't just watch, you live them.